there, I'm Connie Melton, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in McKinney, Texas. And today I'm working on swaps. And if you're not familiar with swaps, it's where you make a certain number, in this case 20, of a card or a 3D object or whatever, and you trade with someone else if they've made something different. Then you end up with 20 new ideas. So I thought it would be kind of fun to let you in on what I'm doing. It's a sneak peek. It is from the new catalog that has not released yet. It will release in January, and I'm working on an Easter project. So I will turn the camera around and see, you can see what I've been up to. Okay, here's a sample, and I'm going to change it a little because this is the first one I did, and like I said, I'm going to make a couple of little changes. But it's an easel card, so it folds flat like this, but then you stand it up and put that in there, and it stands by itself to be a little easel. You could make it up higher, but I don't know. It just seemed strange to have the egg up that high. So I'm going to leave mine that way, and then I'll show you the pieces I used. I'm using a piece of bubble bath cardstock that's 4 1/4 by 11, and I scored it at 5 1/2, and then again that half would be 2 3/4. I'm going to take my bone folder and give it a really good smushing. Okay, I'll do this part as well. Give that burnish that really well. Now, this was one of the panels, and I took these from the paper that goes with this set, and I'll show you the pictures in a moment. There were 6 panels on the page, and they're really cute. That was one. And here are some of the others. And I think for our sample here, we're going to use this one. It has that cute little chicken on it. This is called the Easter basket, and this is going to be in our catalog that starts in January. So you're getting a sneak peek. I signed up for the swap that was using the new catalog products. So this is a stamp set, and I love this floppy-eared bunny. My granddaughter has a bunny for a pet, so this really reminded me of that. And then here are the dies that go with it. So in addition to the things that cut out the bunnies and the carrots and the things from the stamps, it has some, it has the basket, and this cuts all these little pieces. And I already started weaving this one. In fact, I'm just going, while I've got it in my hand, I will find the scissors. I guess I'll use these scissors. And I'm going to cut off the part that hangs over. So I'll cut that one and that one. And I'm going to cut this one. And now these that show on this side, I'm going to go ahead and put a dot of glue under. Scoot that over just a smidge. Okay. The ones that are, I mean, it's fairly tight, so I'm not really worried about the ones that end up on the back, but I do want to make sure this one that ends up on the front stays down. Let's see if I can get a dot of glue under there. Yep. And under this end, come on. There we go. All right. So this makes 8 at a time. I'm thinking 4 would be good, but 3 is what I'm using. And this also has a spot for kind of a lacy looking edge. There's also a bow. I did not use the bow. All right. And I'll put my little edge on here. I think I'm going to bring this down just a smidge. Okay, now line that up and put that on. I've already colored and cut out my bunnies. So I'm going to add my bunny in here. But one thing I am changing is I want his ear to be on this side of the basket instead of on the other, like my sample. So I'm going to put a little glue down here on his feet. Set him in the basket. And then I want to put a drop of glue on the basket, its handle, for his ear to go down. I think that looks a little better than the ear behind the basket, don't you think? Okay, then I've got some eggs I cut out of the new paper that's like pearlized. So pretty. And it comes in a green blue, greenish blue, a pink, and a yellow. I didn't use the yellow because it seemed like that would be redundant with the basket being yellow. This basket is Lemon Lolly. And I've got pink eggs here. I can't get one picked up. Come on, guys. Work with me. All right. Put a little bit of glue down there on the bottom to put in the basket. And I think that'll do it. All right. Now I am going to use large dimensionals for the back of this. I think probably about 5 or 6, which that will also hold down any of these strips that are thinking about moving. Okay. Now my card that I folded back, now I'm going to take this piece and put on here. This is cut to 4 by 5.5 because these are on a 12 by 12 sheet. So you can only get 4 inches across on this. You couldn't get the full 4 1/4. I want to put glue all on the top, all on the bottom. Don't want to get it too far over because I don't want it to be in the part that will show. And I want to center this and line it up with the top. There we go. That works. Now I want to bring in my Stamparatus, and I understand that you can't get them anymore, but if you have one, I've set mine up to say Happy Easter. And with the other one that I did, you could see a little bit of the chicken down there. I don't like the way that ended up looking. So I've changed it and I've moved my little chicken up closer to the word Happy Easter. This is a pad that you can get that they come blank. There's nothing on them. They come with white that you can add to it. But I left mine without that and just added Memento ink. There we go. Added the black Memento ink to my pad, and I really like the way that it works. It's a little bit different pad than the ones that the Memento comes in. It just gives a really crisp image. Happy Easter. I'm going to move this out. Let me go ahead and clean this right quick because I want to shut that, and it's very inky. All right. That'll do for a temporary clean. I'll set this aside. I used dark Lemon Lolly and dark Daffodil Delight, and the medium deep A, which is SU 400. Use that for its little peak. And you just barely have to touch that. That beak is so small. Then I used the lighter one, the Lemon Lolly, and colored all of Mr. Chicken or Ms. Chicken. And when I took my Copic class certification, they taught us to move around in a circular motion, not in stripes or straight up and down or straight across. Just keep moving in a circular motion, then you don't get any lines. Then I want to take the darker one, which is the Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to color in his little wings, a little bit darker color, and give him some shading, like up here around the neck, maybe on the edges here. Just give him a little bit of color. All right, now we've got this. Open this up, and I'm going to put this on the inside. And glue that in. The top, down the sides, the bottom. All right, there's our Happy Easter. Now on the front, we'll put our bunny. Let's just take these off. That should be all 6. Yep. And I'm going to set it right here. And then I want to add, this is our new triple banner punch. I'm just going to cut a banner right here. And I'm going to use that same black pad. And from that set, I want to use the For You stamp. So I've put it on my block. And I'm just going to say, For You. And I want to add, these are the Sparkle Dot Essentials. These are also new. I'm going to go ahead and shut this before I stick my hand in it. And they actually go with a different set. But this pink and this purple and even the green match this really well. So I'm going to use, sorry, I don't have my Take Your Pick tool over here on this desk. I'm going to take the pink. Actually, for this one, I might go ahead and use that green with all the green and the, yeah, I'll stick with pink for right now. And I'll put that on there For You. And now I want to use the smaller dimensionals. Remember, they come in 2 different sizes, the small and the large, and they also come in white and black. So when you're doing dark things, use the black ones so they don't show up as much. Put For You up here in the clouds. And there's my little bunny. Happy Easter. Now I want to use another small one and put it on the back of this Easter egg that I stamped and colored from the set. And I'm going to put it where I want this to stand up. I think I want it to stand up right about in here. And that will be kind of a bumper, a little break for it. So there's the second one. So mine will be a little bit different, but all from the same package of paper and all from the same colors. So we've got a little basket. It's a couple of eggs, the little bunny, and these are all from the same set. So this is really cute. So I hope you enjoyed this sneak peek and get to see what I'm sending out to 20 other demonstrators, and then when I get my 20 different ones back, I will come back and share those with you because there are always some really good ideas. So thanks for joining me and have a great weekend.